Hello students, welcome back to classes on storage area network. So cloud service models. There are three models as we have discussed in the previous video. There are three models. So infrastructure as a service IaaS, then platform as a service PaaS, and software as a service SaaS we have. Let us begin with the first type IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. Okay. So here provider resource and consumer resource. Mainly the cloud is divided into two layers. One is provider's resource. Provider means whom? Provider means service provider, and consumer means whom? Consumer is the user. Okay. So mainly it is divided into two layers. One is for provider and one is for consumer. So for provider, uh, the bottommost layer of the provider, say provider resource will be having a network or bandwidth, okay, then storage capacity as well as computation software or computation channels. They are all provided by the service provider, so they are considered as the provider resource. Network, right, storage as well as compute facility, they are called as the provider resource here. And consumer resource means what? Consumer are nothing but users, that is you, right? You have to have your own devices, that is operating system, right? It will be having a database and custom applications. It will be having, say, browser. So you have an operating system, you have database for storing the data in your PC or laptop, as well as you have various application softwares, right? Because application software may be a browser or app in if you are using mobile device means, right? So these three things are considered as the user resources or consumer resources. So here infrastructure as a service, we are talking about the cloud service models. One among them is infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, IaaS, cloud is divided into two parts. The resources are divided into two parts: consumer resource and other one is the provider resource. In provider resource, actually there is network, storage, and compute facility are considered as the provider resource, and operating system, database, and applications are provided as the considered as the consumer resources. In PaaS model, that is PaaS stands for platform as a service. So all the set of resources except application is provided by service provider itself. Okay. Network, storage, compute, operating system, and a database. Okay, these five set of resources. Only thing, there are six resources you have to remember. Bottommost is the network, provided by storage, provided by compute, operating system, database, and finally the application. Okay. uh, these are the resources terms you have to remember. So out of six, the five resources, first five, network, storage, compute, OS, and database, these resources are provided by service providers only. And the sixth one, that is application, that is provided by that is considered as the consumer resource here. And in say SaaS model, service software as a service. Okay, in software as a service model, what happens? All the resources are considered as the providers resource only. There is no resources, none of the resources listed under user category or consumer category. So everything is provided by the service provider, you just have to use it. Okay. Network, storage, compute, OS, database, as well as application, everything is provided by the service providers. In case of software as a service, easy to remember, software as a service. So software is also provided by the you by the service provider. That's it, right? Here are the explanation, please go through them once. Okay. Okay, in cloud deployment model, there are four types of cloud. Okay, one is public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. These are the four different types of cloud based on its deployment. So based on the service, we have software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service, that is different. Now we are talking about the deployment. Deployment means what? How it is installed, based on the installation, right? Based on the installation or based on the deployment. Types of clouds, there are four types of cloud. One is public cloud, second one is private, then for community, and the fourth one is hybrid cloud. Let us begin with the first type, public cloud model. In public cloud model, the cloud infrastructure is provisioned for open use by the general public. It can be used for by general public, used by anybody. It may be owned, managed, and operated by a business, academic, or government organization, or some combination of them. Okay. As the name itself tells, public means what? It can be used by anybody, right? So here is the diagram. If you see the diagram, now easily you can write the contents in your own word. Here is the user. User are enterprise is there, an enterprise PQ. It can be an organization, college, or school, or any government sector office, anything it can be. So here is the resources in between, cloud service providers resources like network, operating system, database, right, applications, whatever. As you can see, the cloud service providers resource, it is kept, it is marked in between. Okay. Enterprise P is accessing to it, at the same time enterprise Q also accessing to it, as well as public user, end user, okay, is also accessing, having an access to it, right? That is what public cloud is. Then private cloud. So private cloud, you see here, on premise and externally hosted. We'll see about the private cloud and remaining types in the next session. Okay.